I'm trying to figure out where I am. Talking funny. I need to tell you guys what is going on with my skin. My hair is awesome, but I know some of you might not be watching just yet, but I don't like to just start the video right after people start chiming in. But once you chime in, say hello. Good to see you guys. Real quick about my hairline, I don't know if you guys see that. And then with my lips, guess what I've learned? I'm allergic to oatmeal. This has happened maybe sometime last year. Oatmeal was a part of my diet every day. I had no problems until I started getting this, like, just along my hairline where my hair was flaking really crazy. And I kind of thought that it was probably because I used to have relaxed hair and decided to go natural. It's been 6 years now since I've been natural, and I just use like Head and Shoulders or different things from like Shea Moisture to kind of keep this clear. I even did apple cider vinegar rinses in my hair, and it would still come back. So come to find out, I'm allergic to oatmeal. Nobody likes to be allergic to oatmeal. Good morning, because I like oatmeal. However, I have to cut it out of my diet now. So, because what oatmeal does, and I'm telling you guys what I've learned as being a life and fitness coach, and as well as what I've learned about myself even during this time. Oatmeal and bread. Bread is fine for me for now, but I haven't had bread in, God, almost a year now. Has it been that long? Yeah, it's been that long. I've only just been partial to oatmeal, which I'm learning that oatmeal is not good for me because it just does something to my hairline and it makes my lips look a certain way. So I can't have oatmeal anymore. So I've cut oatmeal out for about 4 days now. So I'm waiting on my, lips and everything to kind of heal back up. But that was kind of interesting to learn that about myself. From what I found out, even though I was getting the oatmeal that's not in the, let me pause this, that's not in that like packet with all that other crap in it, I just got regular oatmeal, it's still no good for me. I think it has a lot to do with what they have in oatmeal. The wheat is not MSG. Well, yeah, I could say that, or it's genetically modified. So we know that's what's happening with a lot of our breads and our oatmeals. So I thought I would be fine with it, but my body doesn't like it. So let's see if I can pause this real quick. Yeah, so then I'll go back to my walk. So that's what I learned. Something else that I learned that was the weirdest thing ever. I am allergic to a combination of 2 things together. Don't know why I was eating it like that, but I ended up in like really itchy all over my face, started breaking out in hives, and it was because I ate almonds. Good morning. I ate almonds and shrimp together. Don't ask me why I ate those 2 things together. I was meal prepping at the time for me and the family at the time, and oh my God, I had me about like 4 ounces of shrimp and like a handful of almonds. And I think right after I had those almonds, I went right into this hivey thing and was itchy. So that combination doesn't work well for me. I don't even know why I even thought that was a combination to even begin with. But it was fats and proteins. It's what I wanted at that time. It was what I was eating. But can I eat them separately? Yes, I can. However, I got a feeling that too much almonds for me is not good. So I had to switch over to another healthy fat, which happens to be which they say I'm not supposed to be eating. Good morning. I don't know why, but it hasn't been a problem with me. Avocados. I love avocados. So I switched from almonds to avocados, and that's a better combination with shrimp and some vegetables. So that's what I've learned. Some other things that I am learning when it comes to being a health and fitness coach, our mindset. Everyone's mindset is so much the same. There's two factors that seems to be a problem for all of us, and this includes me too, because I've gone through this. I'm trying to start it over. Two things with mindset. One, is so much variety in crappy foods, and we love the taste. Hey, how you doing? So much variety in crappy foods, and we think there's not a lot of variety in the healthy foods that we should be eating. And sometimes it can get annoying after about 2 weeks to actually eat the same stuff day in and day out every day. I have come to learn that that is the easiest for me, because if I have too much variety, then I get off track. It's hard for people to understand that you do have a variety even in healthy foods. God given us so much variety, it's just sometimes hard to find or to see it. Pleasant good morning, and it's hot too, and it's like 10, almost 10:30. Yeah, it's hot. So, but yeah, variety is key. Not key, but it can take you off track, especially when you're starting this off and learning it. So after about 2 weeks, usually you're kind of like, okay, I'm tired of this diet, and you start craving certain things. For me, I crave salt and carbs. So how do you remedy that? Eat it. That means your body needs it. It's good for your sanity. But don't go overboard, and don't make this doing it every day, day after day, day after day. You're eating this kind of stuff, because then that becomes binge eating, and then that takes you backwards instead of forward. So best way to kind of remedy that just means you need a cheat meal. Listen to yourself and listen to your body. Now, if you know you just want to binge eat, you're gonna have to learn to modify that. There's nothing wrong with eating foods that are not so necessarily healthy for you. It's only something wrong with it when that's your diet every day, all day. That's where there's a problem. So I've learned that a lot of people hate eating the same things every day, all the time. For me, it started off that way, and then eventually it just went off into, I'd rather just eat the same stuff every day, so I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about how I'm going to meal prep at all, and I don't have to worry about, you know, my metabolism slowing down or not recognizing the foods that I'm eating. And then whenever I'm craving something, I go for it and go right back to my diet, so it makes it a lot easier. Hey, how you doing? So you guys know I walk this trail every day. And they're starting to notice my face. It's probably pretty easy because I'm the only black girl out here. Number 2 thing that I am learning. Yep, look, luckily eat the same things every day. So another 2 thing that I am learning. We are stressed the heck out. We're stressed we're stressed about, dang, I went a mile that quick. We're stressed like nobody's business. And our stress is not necessarily life. That's interesting. A lot of us can kind of handle life because we're so used to that particular kind of stress. You know, stress with traffic, stress with not getting enough sleep, stress with family. Sometimes we're kind of used to that. The stress that we don't like to deal with is when we look in the mirror and we feel the most uncomfortable with ourselves. Doesn't mean that you don't have confidence in yourself, you just don't feel comfortable with what you look like. You feel as the way your body and the way you look does not match the confidence that's within you. Eating the same thing, yep. So that's the second thing that I've learned. I've learned that for myself. Being a big girl, let's just call it what it is. I don't like to say plus size because plus size is not the same for everybody. If you're not a curvy body and you're soft, you got them hips and them butt and you still look toned, you're not plus size. This is just my opinion. Before anybody gets off on me, this is just my opinion. Your waist doesn't have to be extremely small, but you should have an hourglass figure. You should look softer in appearance. You probably have a little bit more fat than others, but you still look lean, not lean, but tight. You look clean. If your waistline was like mine, where it was just big all the way around, that is not plus size. I'm sorry. It's not plus size. It's unhealthy. I was unhealthy. Confident, yes, but unhealthy. So I wasn't displeased with the way I looked in a sense. I just had an uncomfortableness about it. And when I looked in the mirror, I know I didn't look the way that I knew my confidence was on the inside. And I wasn't healthy. I mean, I was approaching 40, like approaching 35 at the time. And yeah, there was no need for me to be that unhealthy. I don't want to say that big, but that unhealthy. Because there's some thick girls out there and they thick fit. That's plus size. That's what I consider plus size. But if you are just around the waist, just, oh no, don't call it plus size. It's unhealthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not. So the two factors that I have learned when it comes to people's thought patterns, they don't like to eat the same things every day, unfortunately, because marketing, the media, the world, the way they portray food, the way they portray everything is making you think you need it to survive, and you don't. So having the same things all the time, it works well for your metabolism. It keeps you on a routine. It keeps you consistent. Those are points you want to take away with. The second, looking in the mirror. That's the most stressful thing for women, I'll say, in general. Everything else we'll handle it, or we'll just throw it aside and just pray about it or do it. But we don't even pray about how we look so that we can feel good. We don't look in the mirror and really just say, you know what? I really am uncomfortable with the way I look. Then when you do that, here's the problem. You don't make good on that. You don't take care of yourself. You won't make the first steps to do it. And you know the first steps to do it. I've talked about it last month. Start eliminating things out of your diet that is unnecessary, that is not healthy for you, 1 week at a time. Identify what they are, take them out of your diet 1 week at a time. Don't go backwards, keep going. And keep that as a habit. That helps. I've also mentioned being active. I feel like the sun is messing you guys up. Being active, walking at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes in the morning, fasted or not fasted. Those are the 2 things you can do. Start with diet and get active. Those are your first steps. That's what I've learned. Other than the fact that I can't eat oatmeal anymore with this crappy stuff that happens to the front of my hair and my lips. And I think I'm going to not ever eat almonds again unless it's in my salad. So that's what I've learned. Something else. For those of you who are dealing with different types of stress, I'll give you some examples of what you'll know if you're under stress. If you feel moody, you have road rage, you don't like being in traffic. Hey, good morning, Nicole. You feel like you can't stay in traffic, you got road rage, you're moody, you can't sleep because you're always thinking. You think you are being productive, but you're not because you're multitasking, but that means your attention is all over the place. You're trying to do too many things at one time and nothing is really getting done. You think it is, but it's not really getting done because you're jumping from one project to the other within minutes, seconds, or hours. So this is how you know you're under stress, especially as women. I mean, men deal with stress too, but they deal with it slightly differently. And I say slightly differently. We all have the same bodies, we have the same hearts, we have the same thought patterns, but some things and how they handle it are totally different. Racing thoughts, my thing. constantly racing thoughts, especially since I'm dealing with an unfortunate, failed marriage. Racing thoughts like, what could I have done better? What could I have done right? But I'll tell you this, that adrenal support from NATROGIX has helped me out a lot. It definitely helps with your adrenal glands. That's where your cortisol comes from. That's the hormone that the adrenal glands produce, and it helps you to handle stress. So if you have any of those particular symptoms where you're feeling moody, you're aggravated, easily, pissed off at people and stupidity, like things like that, I have extreme patience, I've been noted worthy of that, and actually being a person who has extreme patience, which I don't know where that comes from, but it might have a lot to do with my mom. But I notice when something is going off when my patience has run thin, and so that's when I know I need to take care of myself. I got to get my stress level together, and so I take the Adrenal Support by NATROGIX. Now, you guys know I watch Berg a lot. That's who I'm learning from, and my dietitian license and everything is coming through him. So make sure you watch him. But he talks about adrenal glands and adrenal support. He also has something that's like an adrenal support that helps you too. Check him out. I love him to death. I like how he talks about health. And then there's Gauge Girl Training. So Gauge Girl Training goes by body type, and she does it more so on the science of food and nutrition and body types, genetically, how you're built, as far as your skinny girl, athletic girl, and that hourglass soft girl, the real plus size girls. So my opinion, once again, now I don't want anybody to kill me or say like, well, you calling me fat? No, because let's just be honest, I was fat too. I'm just gonna be honest. So I know what it's like to be on both ends. I grew up as a skinny chick. And then in my, late 20s, mid 30s, early 30s, I was a big girl. I liked being a big girl because I was always a skinny girl. So, hey, but it wasn't healthy. It was not healthy. That's the key. Not healthy. Okay? You can be healthy and be a thick girl. There is a such thing. But me, Nakia, my body type, it doesn't handle that very well. It's unhealthy for me. So finding out your body type, which is how I coach, will help you with I help you with your diet, your overall nutrition, especially about stress management, because that's key to helping you lose the weight. And then, your training. So that's what I do. You can check out my website, beautycutright.com. I'm taking in a new batch of girls that's going to be starting September 5th. Well, 5th is a Wednesday. I think it's September 9th, because it's after, everybody, not everybody does, but I guess some people celebrate Labor Day. I think that's what's happening in September. So yeah, I want people to enjoy that if that's what they want to do. So, but it'll start that week after Labor Day week or Labor Day weekend, and I'll be starting a new batch of girls. So right now, I'm concerned about my girls right now. If you have any questions, you definitely can answer me. And stop laughing at me, because I keep staring at my hair and I just love how it's just coming out right now. Yeah, but I gotta allow this dryness in the front of my scalp to heal. I did an apple cider vinegar rinse and washed my hair. I did record it, so that video will be up tonight. I'm sorry about last week. I need to tell you guys that last week, if some of you, most of my clients knew, but some of you guys that aren't my clients probably didn't know. I mentioned that I would be working all last week teaching fashion and sewing for a summer camp for kids 12 to 14. The most awesome, fun experience of my life. Yes, I did record it. Yes, I am going to finish editing it so I can get it to you guys. It hasn't been very easy trying to keep up with video editing, because I've been dealing with so much with my personal life and trying to stay positive through all of this. So please forgive me for missing last week Wednesday, because I had to be to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. So there was no way I was going to go live, and I don't like to put other people's children in my camera. Sorry, I don't like to do that. So I don't trust other people. Playlist. Oh yes, that's right. You forgive us. Thanks, Phyllis. You forgive me. But yeah, I do probably need to send out my workout playlist. I already have it. So, and in this video, I will link it. It's two things I want to link. I forgot to link it 2 weeks ago, but there's the video from 2 weeks ago. There's two of them from Dr. Berg that I want you guys to check on when it comes to the adrenal glands and stress. And, you know, considering adrenal support to help you out for weight loss, because it is a weight loss supplement. It does help. You need good rest, and you need a good mental state of mind. You know, just mood overall to help you to stay on track with certain things. And then I'll try to link my playlist. I think I'll link a Google. I use Google Play. That's what I use. So, that's what I use, Google Play. Someone asked about how much are my sessions. It's $50. That includes meal plan, workout program, supplement suggestions, group support, my website, access to information, access to other programs, a 45-minute consultation so that I can serve you better, because it's easier for me to help you when I can hear your voice or see your face if you're doing FaceTime, and actually kind of evaluate where you're going so it helps with your lifestyle. Constant texting me as much as you want. I'm pretty good at, you know, catching up with people as quickly as I can, especially my clients, because my phone is on me all the time. The group support and the group texting is what's involved in that, and you know, you get a full group support, and you get updates from me, and yeah, it's a lot involved in it. So if you're interested, you can check that out. It's actually listed all of the stuff that's included in there, and after the 6 weeks, you'll know exactly what you can do next, if you want to continue on with me, or if you feel you've learned enough information to continue on your own. So I'll have those two options, you know, available for my clients. They'll know what to do. So yes, I advance your workout programs. Someone was asking a really good question, because I was about to speak it out. If any of you are my clients and you're watching now, expect to hear from me before the end of this week, before Sunday, because that'll start the next it'll start the next like evaluation of how far you've gotten with your training program that I've already given you. So we're in the second week of that training program. Some of you are probably on fat burners. I need to monitor that, because I need to find out how are you guys taking it, how is it working for you. I'll be needing new pictures. It's totally fine to start weighing yourself. I would say wait until Saturday to do that, Saturday morning, to weigh yourself and see where you go. Please don't let that number discourage you. If it has changed in any way, don't let it discourage you. But expect for me, before this week ends, by Saturday, that I have contacted all of you to kind of check up and see. And it's going to be by personal text message. If we need to discuss something, then I'm going to have to talk with you. That means call me or I'll call you, and you'll know in the text message. But I need to check up on all of you guys and make sure how far you've come. I know some of you were struggling. You know, last week I was struggling too. I didn't have a chance to really work out every day except for my Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. Oh no, some of you are weighing yourselves. The gym memberships that I do are specific to the client. So some prefer to do at home, some prefer to do at the gym, some I have them on a walking program, totally different. Everybody's different. I have to do it based on personality and personal lifestyle. It's not the same for everybody. I'm college teacher, for God's sakes. I mean, I know in the class you do the same projects, same stuff, but I've gotten so used to learning how to teach people individually within a group. Yeah, weighing yourself. Some of you, I do have a few clients that have to weigh themselves every day because that's the only way they can stay focused. I don't like it because the numbers, for me personally, and I'm just saying from my own personal, emotional, and feelings about weighing myself, it can tear me down very easily. You've seen videos if you've been watching me for a long time. Thank you. I don't like to weigh myself. I don't. It gives me the wrong message. My brother Kevin, who lives in Orlando, Florida, who's going through the exact same thing that I'm going through. Go figure. Okay, I'll talk about cravings in a second. But yeah, he taught me how to weigh myself and look at it a different way. So I got an understanding of the fluctuations and why when it comes to what I'm eating, but I still don't like to weigh myself. I don't. I'm a self-sabotager. Did you guys know that? Yeah, once I've thought I've reached a goal, I just start going off of it. So I've learned how to keep myself from doing that by not weighing myself and definitely keeping up with that meal plan. I have to meal plan or meal prep once I leave here. Yes, cool. These are my clients. I see you responding. So just know you will be hearing from me before this weekend is over because I have a lot of free time getting videos done and taking care of my clients because we're about to be in our 4th week. Yep, I think we're about to be in our 4th week somewhere in there. So yeah, kind of get you guys, see where you guys are, if there are any adjustments that needs to be made. At this point, my clients, if you're watching, you should definitely be at this point where you feel that you know how to replace certain good foods for other good foods. It's okay to stick with that diet but replace it with other things. Say for example, if you're tired of Brussels sprouts, there's a plethora of other green vegetables you can have and substitute to that. Green beans, spinach, broccoli. You have other ones, and it's only if you like them. But if you want to stick to Brussels sprouts, you can. You can switch your meals. Your breakfast meal, whatever, can be eaten at the end, and whatever your dinner is can be eaten at the beginning of the day. You're still taking in the same nutrition. That's all that matters. So at this point, when it comes to your diet, you definitely should be able to kind of like maneuver things around and turn it into a flexible diet if that's what you need. If you don't like eating the same exact things every day. That's what I do. And I change it from week to week sometimes. I have my staple items and I have my favorites that I never pull away from. But my dinners and sometimes my third meal, you know, it's kind of 3 and 4. So 3 is like a snack and 4 is like my dinner. So I eat 4 times a day. You know, I kind of play around with that. Yep, switch the meals around. Reason why I have to contact you guys on that is because I'm going to start sending everybody a certain kind of grocery list so that you can kind of look at the proteins, fats, and carbs for those of you who are not on keto or vegan or vegetarian. I have to do it slightly different for you, but like a grocery list catered to your diet style of eating so that you can kind of like move things around, because at this point you've probably stuck to your diet as best that you can. If you are a person who sticks to your diet and then you cheat on it, so what? It's okay. Your life is not over. If you cheat on your diet once or twice in the week, who cares? Get back on it. You have not failed. You've just decided to just take care of that craving. It's okay. The problem is if you go overboard or you continue that same pattern of eating and never get back on schedule. never get back on your diet. There is nothing wrong with stopping, starting, because eventually you're gonna start back up and you'll never stop. It's okay. Oh yes, that's right, spaghetti. It's time to eat spaghetti. I think that's in her plan. I'm going off. My hair is so awesome today. Yes, okay, Karen, it's okay. I'll give you an example of how my days have been going. I've been eating the same stuff every day. Love it. However, in one of my meals, I'll have me a cheat item. And when I mean a cheat item, it's not necessarily what you call the healthiest thing. My favorite thing to go to is those Dorito Dynamite chips. But I get the small bag, I don't get the big bag. And I eat the whole bag. And I'm fine. So it's okay to have items. We're talking about health. We're not talking about prepping for a show, which I will be starting my prepping for the show on the 15th. So that's in a couple of days. The show that I know I want to plan to do is in November. It will be in Miami, Florida, and it will be the WBFF again. The struggle is real, Marcita. It'll be the WBFF, and it will be the Diva Fitness category is what I want to do. So starting on the 15th, that's when I'll be like really cleaning up my diet. My diet is still clean anyway. I just have my cheat items every once in a while. I usually have those cheat items on days that I'm doing a lot of moving around, which is usually Monday, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. Mondays I teach a pole class. I take 2 classes. I take a pole class, I teach a pole class, and then I do booty yoga, which is a form of cardio, and we do that for an hour, and it's crazy. Like, I burn almost 500 calories doing booty yoga. So I think I might get myself certified in that for you guys, so I can teach it to you. And then on Tuesdays, I teach 2 pole classes, and then on Saturdays, I teach conditioning. So that's a form of cardio and strength training, and then I teach another pole class. So on those days is when I have my so-called cheat items, and I have them around that time, either after or before. It all depends. So don't worry about struggling with those cravings. You're learning yourself, so have those cravings, just don't go overboard. Yes, definitely calling Tangela. I'm definitely going to be calling everybody about their diets, because now it's time to kind of play around and switch up. For some of you I already have you on that kind of flex diet, because I just knew keeping you to a certain one is not going to work for you. And then some of you, I told you it was time for a cheat meal anyway, because you called me, Ben, like, oh my God, I can't, gotta eat the same stuff every day. Like, you know what? If you start feeling that way, that means it's time for one. It's time to just enjoy something you want to eat. Especially if you're on any kind of adrenal support or dealing with working through healing yourself from your adrenal fatigue. You're going to feel that way. You're going to feel that way. So what time is it? Yep, 30 minutes. I want to try not to have these too long hours, but I'm going to call it a day. I know I will be on here next Wednesday. I know I will, provided that nothing crazy happens with my soon-to-be ex-husband. That's a whole nother issue that right now all I can do is pray about it, leave it to Jehovah, let it go. Just take care of myself and what I can do right now, and worry about you guys. I've learned that it's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving, and I really enjoy the bottom of my heart helping you guys out with just being healthy and just emotional well-being. This is so like my therapy. Thank you. I'm looking well is not the problem for me. Just if you could imagine all of the different things my mind goes through during this big old change in my life, you'd be like, how in the world are you handle it? But praying prayers, and I have to say, you guys, your prayers for me has been quite interesting. I don't know what you're praying for me, but I'm seeing it very well so in what's going on in my life, and it's helping me out a great deal to stay focused on taking care of other people, myself, and keeping that balance. Now, I do have some moments where, I'm sorry guys, I might sound like I'm MIA, and it's because I need to. And I can't give if I don't take care of myself first. So sometimes it may seem like I'm MIA. It's because I got to take care of me first before I can share anything with you. I can't put it out if I'm not getting it in. So I got to find ways to get it in. But I got to be really honest. You guys are what's helping me get it in. I'm like, they're not going to be mad with me. They understand, see? They understand, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know I'm not. So that, your prayers in that sense has been very much appreciated, and I really thank you guys for supporting me in that way. That is the best support you can do for anybody, is pray for them. So my prayers go to you guys, that you can make it through this journey we call life. Be happy with yourselves at whatever point in life you are. Be able to deal with everything that you can the best, and not only just pray for me and for others that you love, but start to pray for yourself too. So I'm praying that you guys are doing that. So thank you so much. And I just wish there was, I'm going to pray that there is more, you know, women of color. And I'm not just saying just African American women. There's so many out there that, you know, there's Hispanic, there's Latino, there's Asian. I just wish there was just more women of color that was doing this on YouTube. Aw, thank you. So yeah, I wish there was just, so pray for that. Yes. Ooh, Cece, I can hear that, and I don't even know your voice, but I can hear you saying that, Cece. But yes, so I'm gonna call it a nice day. I will be here again on Wednesday, provided it doesn't rain. If it doesn't rain, I'll just do my live, you know, chats at home on my bike for you guys. And then Monday, hope to have a video up. Please forgive me about the whole trying to keep stuff edited. I have so many things that I haven't stopped recording. It's just to sit down and edit, and it really doesn't take me long to edit. It's just once I sit down, stuff happens. People want to bother me, and I just want to be left alone in that sense, but not by you guys. So I gotta focus on that. And then make sure you check on my beauty channel. I'll have, not this hairstyle, it's a different hairstyle. I did a wash and go, so kind of explaining what was going on with my scalp and showing you guys how I'm styling my hair. And I'll see you guys in the next live chat. Hopefully Monday you'll see a video, but I'll see you guys in the next live chat. Miami show for us, maybe. Okay, cool. So there's 2 videos from Dr. Berg that I already have set up to post on here. Information on the Adrenal Fatigue, my music playlist, and the WBFF competition in Miami, Florida. So that's 4 things. I can remember those. That's all on one hand. All right, guys. Oh, from Dubai. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't be surprised if I do this not every Wednesday. It might start being Wednesday and Fridays. I got to do an evening for people. Love you guys. Bye.